my goodness. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
So we don't have big birthday.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Oh, it's not till November. The cake is here.
Oh. Special for you.
Good job. Excuse me.
Yeah, coming around. Excuse me 1 second. The bus.
Yeah, I'm too. I usually take Beth's money, the sweet she took mine. She'll never live that down either. You play that stuff.
That's great news.
Yeah. Somebody stole my writing implement. Do you have one I may borrow for
Do you want? I have a pencil.
5 seconds? Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Got that.
I mean, that's...
Oh, that's really good.
I never see it down the other table. I know. During my
talking to the president.
Now it's 28. Adele, my daughter's going to be in his father is naming his parents. So they're going there. I have no idea what they do. Do you know what they do when they name his parents? Yeah,
That's very charity. I like that better than people wearing Crocs.
Oh, you just want to give me a
One
thing
does have black.
by something awesome.
No, that's okay. I have a couple of
I know, I'm not a big Croc person. But with those little black socks they wear.
See, they want the card.
The card doesn't tell you anything. What you want the card?
I'll
Are you gonna tell us?
I will, I'll tell you.
He tells you what. I just found it cumbersome, that's why I didn't. Because, like, reading all this stuff and before.
I have a pen.
But I can go if you want it, I'm happy to.
Okay, and who's doing the Kiddush?
Hine,
Hine,
Matov,
Mato,
Uma,
Uma,
Naim,
Naim,
Sheverachim Gam Yachad. Hine,
Hine,
Matov,
Mato,
Uma,
Uma,
Naim,
Naim,
Sheverachim Gam Yachad. Hine, Matov, Uma, Naim,
Uma, Naim,
Shevet Achim
Shevet Achim,
Gam Yachad.
Gam Yachad,
Hine Matov
Hine Mato,
Uma Naim
Uma, Naim,
Shevet Achim
Shevet Achim,
Gam Yachad.
Gam Yachad.
Hine Matov Uma Naim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Uma Naim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Uma Naim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
Let's turn to the middle of page 124 of our prayer books and page 1 of the Satellite Siddur for those of us joining by live stream, and we'll read together. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May the synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Well, good evening, everyone, and almost Shabbat Shalom. I hope you had a great week as we come together tonight to celebrate Shabbat as a family. I welcome all of you joining our Shabbat services, and for those joining us via live stream, I hope you found the Satellite Siddur so that you too can participate in tonight's service. My wish for all of you is that this Shabbat brings you peace, rest, and moments of deep joy with those you love. May your home be filled with warmth, laughter, and countless blessings throughout the weekend, and that for you it is a beautiful and meaningful Shabbat filled with light and serenity. So let's make our Shabbat official by inviting Tony and Alter up to light our Sabbath candles as we rise and turn to page 120 of our prayer books or page 1 of the Satellite Siddur.
I swear they give me trick candles every week. I give up on that one.
We take the specialness of Shabbat light for granted.
They made me work at it, but it's okay. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Let's continue reading together. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahalikneh shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת.
Let's turn to page 125 of our prayer books. Where has the week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished? Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat, abide. Let's read together. Help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time. Contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat, abide. May these Shabbat hours of rest and renewal now begun open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise for us all.
We continue in our prayer books on page 142 and in our satellite Siddurim on page 2. Shalom Aleichem, together. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharit, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון, ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. And we continue together on page 144 responsively. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך יראותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון, ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בגלה, בגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבא מברך, לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך, יתברך, וישתבח, ויפאר ויתרומם, ויתנשא, ויתהדר, ויתעלה, ויתהלל, שמי לקודשו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה, ושירתה, תושבחתה, דמירן בעלמא, ואמרו amen. And as we turn the page, we rise for the Baruch Hu responsively. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamavorach. Everyone. Baruch Adonai Hamavorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Let's turn to the top of page 149 and page 3 of the Satellite Siddur. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Together, creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows.
Baruch atah Adonai, Hamar v'varavim.
Amen. Let's now turn to the middle of page 150 of our prayer book, and we'll read together. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. Baruch Shem kibud malchuto le'olam va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Let us turn to the top of page 157 in our prayer books, or page 5 of the Satellite Siddur. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, and that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, and together, that there is no way to get from here to there, except by joining hands, marching together.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדם בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקר ים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלי אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פד אדוני את יעקב, וגלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. יאי לי 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 לי, יאי לי לי לי, יאי לי לי לי.
So now let's turn to the middle of page 161, or the bottom of page 5 in the Satellite Siddur. Give us a place to rest, Adonai, our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Together, watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours.
Baruch atah Adonai, habore sukkah shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al kol amo, ועל ירושלים שלום, ועל ירושלים ועל כל עמו, ועל ירושלים שלום. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורץ כאן, שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Last verse. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
As we turn to the tefillah, the core of our Shabbat service, I ask that you please rise as we turn to page 164 in our prayer books, page 7 in the satellite Siddur. Either read silently through page 178 or say something internally, whatever you're feeling at this time, and we'll come back together once everyone is seated. I'm going to ask that you please turn to page 179 and please read to yourself silently at the top of page 179. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praise you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace.
O say shalom b'mromav uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. O say shalom b'mromav uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen.
Take time to think. Thoughts are the source of power. Take time to play. Play is the secret of perpetual youth. Take time to read. Reading is the foundation of wisdom. Take time to pray. Prayer can be a rock of strength in time of trouble. Take time to love. Love is what makes living worthwhile. Take time to be friendly. Friendships give a life delicious flavor. Take time to laugh. Laughter is the music of the soul. Take time to give. Any day of the year is too short for selfishness. Take time to do your work well. Pride in your work, no matter what it is, nourishes the ego and the spirit. Please turn to the middle of page 371 of your prayer book, page 9 in the Satellite Siddur. We recite the Misha Beirach prayer to ask God to send healing, strength, and comfort to those who are ill or facing challenges. It is also a way for the community to come together in compassion, hope, and support for one another. We have been asked to offer prayers for our JCMI members and family: Leah Jacobson, Joan Thompson, Bert Thompson, Bert Posner, Larry Satcher, Beth Pavlo, George Cartman, Belle Finfer, Carol Gross, Aaron Alter, June Streisand, Arthur Doxer, Jane Barron, and Margaret Gallivan. And our JCMI friends and extended family: Julie Fitzgerald, Brandon Ben Sharon, Pete Carochi, Sandy Footlick, Bernie and Barbara Friedrich, Nan Needleman, Tom Boucher, Scott Snyder, Martha Eldridge Stark, Joan Reich, Mel Friedberg, Paul Pagliarlo, Howard Rosenblum, Reverend Timothy Navin, Deborah Posner, Arlene Merstein, Ann D'Onofrio, Irvin Shapiro, Lynn Hollander, Harold Hollander, Barbara Kretschmar, Pamela Michael, and Elaine Driscoll. Please raise your hand if you would like to add anyone. Beth? Mary? Leo? So now let's please join Cantor Harry in singing the Misha Beirach prayer.
Misha Beirach Avotenu Mikor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Beirach Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. It often comes up, when do I need to leave a name on the list? When should I take the name off the list? Personally, you can't have too many prayers. And I think our prayers have been doing some extra good, which is going to take me into, we're going to even do an unscheduled Shehechianu, because Keith's mother, Erin, has been making some really spectacular, even though little baby steps, but nonetheless some spectacular advances. So let's join in. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Amen. And I hope we need to do it again next week.
It's great news, Keith. So now I invite Morris Margolis for tonight's Kiddush and Hamotzi as we rise and turn to page 123 of our prayer book, page 10 in the Satellite Siddur.
This seventh day is consecrated to the eternal God. On Shabbat, eternal signs of creation, we remember that we are created in the divine image. We therefore raise the cup in thanksgiving. Let's read together at the top of the page. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei pri hagafen. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים קיוונו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Chaya. Morris, if you wouldn't mind scooching around front, let's light up that challah for us.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המוציא לכם מן הארץ בתיאבון. הווה נגילה, הווה נגילה, הווה נגילה ונשמחה. הווה נגילה, הווה נגילה, הווה נגילה ונשמחה. הווה נרננה, הווה נרננה, הווה נרננה ונשמחה. הווה נרננה, הווה נרננה, הווה נרננה ונשמחה. אורו אחים, ורחים בלב שמח, ורחים בלב שמח, ורחים בלב שמח. ורחים בלב שמח. It is my pleasure and privilege to call back to the lectern my special partner in prayer, Mitch Braun, to deliver this week's parasha on Naso.
Thanks, Cantor. This week, we read Parashat Naso, a parasha filled with counting, organization, blessings, dedication, and sacred responsibility. For Pride Month 2 years ago, I delivered Parashat Naso and spoke about Pride Month and the importance of standing and being counted. Last year, I had the honor of presenting Parashat Bamidbar, where I focused on the importance of counting to help guide the future, JCMI's future. This year, I'm putting a small twist on counting by talking about inclusion of the LGBT community in Reform Judaism. Now, I know it isn't quite Pride Month, but I've counted, and it's close enough. And as Bob said, because I'm saying the parasha tonight, I can. At first glance, Naso may feel like a collection of unrelated laws and rituals, but beneath all of it lies one central question. What kind of community are we building? Not only a community that survives, not only a community that preserves tradition, but a community worthy of God's presence. The name Naso means lift up, to count, to carry. God tells Moses to lift up the heads of the people, not to simply count them, but to recognize them, to affirm that every individual matters. That idea stands in the heart of Reform Judaism and in the heart of the Reform LGBT community. For generations, LGBT Jews often lived in the margins of Jewish life. Many were told directly or indirectly that there was no place for them in synagogue leadership, in Jewish ritual, in marriage, or even in honest conversation. Some stayed and suffered silently. Others walked away from Judaism entirely, believing there was no room for their full selves within Torah. But the Reform movement asked a different question. What if inclusion is not a compromise of Judaism, but an expression of Judaism's deepest values? What if lifting people up is itself holy work? In Reform communities around the world today, LGBT Jews often serve openly as rabbis, cantors, lay people like myself, educators, synagogue presidents, parents, spouses, and leaders. They are not guests at the edge of Jewish life. They help shape its future. And Jewish life is stronger because of it. The Torah portion sends extraordinary detail describing how each tribe camped around the Mishkan, or the sacred center of the community. Every tribe had a place. Every family had visibility. Every person contributed to the holiness of the whole. The Mishkan was not built by one type of Jew. It was built by a diverse people bringing different gifts. This is exactly what the Reform LGBT community has done for modern Judaism. LGBT Jews have helped the Jewish world expand its understanding of compassion, authenticity, family, and covenant. They have challenged communities to ask whether our synagogues merely preach dignity or actually practice it. And because of those voices, many people who once felt excluded have rediscovered Jewish life. Young Jews searching for identity, families looking for acceptance, teenagers, even an altacocker like me, wondering whether they can be both Jewish and themselves. The answer they hear in many Reform communities is yes. Yes, you belong here. Even before JCMI got to know me, it was loud and clear that we, Bob and I, belonged. We were part of the family. We brought our own special skills and talents to the table to help the JCMI community. It didn't matter that we were gay. What mattered was, can you work at bingo, and do you like sauerkraut on your hot dog? I don't, but I won't yuck your yum. The messaging saves lives spiritually, emotionally, and sometimes literally. Naso also contains one of the most beloved moments in Torah, the priestly blessing. May God bless you and protect you. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May God lift up his face to you and give you peace. This blessing is radical in its simplicity. It does not ask whether somebody is worthy enough. It does not ask whom they love. It does not ask whether they fit someone else's expectations. The blessing is offered to the people, to all the people. The Reform movement has taken that universal spirit seriously. It has insisted that Jewish LGBT Jews, let me rephrase that. It has insisted that LGBT Jews deserve not mere tolerance, but blessing. Not quiet acceptance, but full participation in sacred community. That does not mean every question is simple. Judaism grows through debate, interpretation, and wrestling with tradition, but Reformed Judaism has long believed that revelation is ongoing, that our moral understanding deepens as we encounter the lived reality of human beings created B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of God. Judaism must speak to the moral conscience of the age while remaining rooted in covenant and tradition. That balance, tradition alongside moral courage, has shaped Reform inclusion of LGBT Jews for decades. And the truth is that LGBT Jews have not only received Reform Judaism, they have transformed it. They have brought new liturgies, new music, new family structure, new conversations about gender and language, and new models of spiritual honesty. They have reminded the Jewish world that authenticity itself can be sacred. A community becomes more holy when people no longer have to hide. That may be one of the deepest lessons of Nassau. The Israelites could only build a sacred camp when every tribe stood visibly in its place. Hidden people cannot fully contribute to their gifts. Silent souls cannot fully help build the Mishkan. But when people are seen, affirmed, and lifted up, the entire community is elevated. Nassau, lift up. Lift up those who have been marginalized. Lift up young people searching for belonging. Lift up families who fear exclusion. Lift up every person seeking God with sincerity. The importance of the Reform LGBT community is simply that it has made Judaism more inclusive. It helped Judaism more honest, more compassionate, and more reflective of the divine image present in every human being. So on this Shabbat, may we continue building communities where no one must choose between identity and faith, between truth and belonging. May we become communities that bless widely, welcome courageously, and lift people up. And may words of the priestly blessing reach every soul who enters our door. May you be blessed. May you be protected. May God's face shine upon you, and may you know peace. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Not only is he part of the family, I call him my brother. Thank you again, Mitch. My name is Keith Alter, as most of you could guess, if I could read. I'm the president of this wonderful congregation, and some words from our board of directors. Tonight's oneg was coordinated by Lynn Wilk, Mitch Brom, and Bob Jaz, Heather Greenfield, Mary Pinto, and Beth Weinberg. Our lovely flowers are donated by Jonathan and Heather Greenfield in honor of Mitch for the Pasha and Bob for the Hulla. Or maybe Bob for the Hulla and the Pasha afterwards. Depends which way you look at it. Current details of everything going on in congregational life can be found on our website, our monthly newsletter, the messenger, and semi-weekly email notifications that we send out to membership. So as some of you leave for the season, Morris and Nancy and other people have safe travels for off-season. We'll see you soon. And keep abreast of what's going on in our online version or by phone call daily as we usually do. You can now reserve your reservations for July 4th barbecue. It is on a Saturday, 4th of July this year. It starts at 4 o'clock, and we are going to have a really good time. We will be barbecuing out back and eating inside. We're going to have some music. We're going to have some karaoke. We're going to have a lot of fun. So hopefully if you're here, we'd love to have you here. Other people, even not part of the congregation, if you know they're around, invite them for them also, and they can sign up through Melissa. The next board meeting will be on Thursday, the 25th of June at 7 p.m. The Women's Book Club for this year, the flyers are now available around the building and on our website. The Chess Club meets every Tuesday from 9:30 to 12. You can contact Irv Pavlov. And the office is selling Memorial Yitzhak candles. And what I can't offer anymore is talk about bingo because we are done for the season. And we had another record year. So to all the people here that helped out with bingo throughout the year, full-time, part-time, I thank you myself. I know Sue, if she was here, if she was awake, she would definitely thank you also. But it was a great year, and we look forward to the new one. And don't forget to bring food in for those in our community who are less fortunate when you come in on Fridays or anytime, and leave a donation if you can in a very empty Sazaka box. And now we move to the conclusion of our worship, and I would like to invite to the Bimmer on our final honorees, Norm and Adele. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני מלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
In the hush between stars, we lift your name, a candle of memory against the dark. Your voice still lingers in the rooms of our days, soft as prayer carried on evening wind. We gather the broken syllables of grief and shape them into blessings for the living. May peace rise gently where sorrow has rested, and love endure beyond the reach of time. The holy echo of your life remains among us, magnified and sanctified in every heart. Every heart. Tonight, we offer Kaddish for those who are observing Shloshim, Shiva, Avelut, and Yortzeit. Those observing Yortzeit tonight are Albert Bashkin Evikin, Christopher Bell, Thomas Bohr, Jody Ellen Cohn, Betty Davis, Edith Feller, Lynn Friedman, Adele Greenberg, George Levin, Benjamin Lipschultz, Sigmund Moskowitz, George Nadich, Irving Fau, Shtetl Ternovaka, Jack Vaneski, Arthur Willens, Stuart Yusman. Is there anyone tonight? Denise? Hollyton. Anyone else? Please rise as we turn to page 598 in our prayer book, page 11 in the Satellite Siddur. V'yit gadal, v'yit kadash, shemei rabbah, v'yama divra kirutei, v'yamlich malchutei, בחייכון ובימיכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר וישרומם וישנשא. ויתהדר ויתהלל וישהלל שמי קודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמרן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה משמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say, amen. The button goes up.
Sorry?
The button goes up.
I think it was stuck. So to conclude this evening's service, we turn to page 625 in our prayer books here, and page 12 in the satellite Siddur with Adon Olam. Adon Olam, Hashem Malach, B'terem kol Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, V'chefto kol, Azai Melech, Shemo Nikra, Ve'acharei Kichlot HaKol. Levado Yimloch Nora, V'hu haya, v'hu hove, v'hu yiyeh, b'tifara, v'hu echad, v'ein sheni, lehamshir lo, lehachbira, b'li reshit, b'li takli, v'lo ha'oz v'hamizra, v'hu eli, וחי גלי, וצורכב לי בעת צרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנת כוסי ביום אקרא בידו, אבקיד רוחי, בעת אישן ואירה, ועם רוחי גבייתי. Adonai li v'lo ira.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbat shalom. Hello, my friend. If you'll add in there, you don't have to stand, you know, that nonsense.
I'm not going to do it every week,
I would like it like every, just think people aren't here.
I told him last week it goes for every. That's what I'll add.
We don't celebrate birthdays.
Did you say celebrate?
Okay, as long as you know, okay.